One day, while the Buddha was teaching the Dharma to his disciples, one of them stepped forward and asked, "Venerable Lord, why do people often feel prolonged suffering, even after bad things have passed?" The Buddha looked around at everyone and responded with a question: if a person is struck by an arrow, will they feel pain? All the disciples answered in unison, "Yes, Lord, it will be very painful." The Buddha continued, "If that person then shoots another arrow into themselves, what would the pain be like?" The disciples were surprised and replied, "Lord, the pain would certainly double, or even worsen." The Buddha smiled and explained, in the same way, when a person experiences suffering or misfortune. That is the first arrow. This pain is unavoidable in life because we are human and cannot control everything that happens. However, the second arrow consists of the emotions we create ourselves, such as anger, resentment, or self-blame. The second arrow does not come from the outside but is shot by our own minds. He paused for a moment, allowing the disciples to absorb the meaning, and then continued, "For example, if someone insults you, it may hurt your feelings. That is the first arrow. But instead of letting it go and viewing the situation lightly, you dwell on their words, feel anger, and desire revenge. That is the second arrow. In fact, you may go on to shoot even more arrows, deepening the pain." One disciple spoke up, "So, how can we avoid the second arrow, Venerable Lord?" The Buddha replied, "Learn to control your mind and emotions. Practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment. Ask yourself, is this worth adding to my suffering? If you do not let your mind be consumed by negative thoughts, the pain will not last. Remember, you cannot avoid the first arrow, but you have full control over whether to shoot the second one." The disciples bowed in gratitude to the Buddha, realizing that whether suffering lingers or not lies in their own choice. Lesson: this story teaches that in life, we cannot avoid initial suffering such as loss, injury, or failure. These are the first arrows that everyone must face. However, how we respond to these situations determines whether the pain endures. By controlling our emotions and living mindfully, we can prevent ourselves from creating additional suffering.